Algaecides are important in assisting chlorine with killing algae blooms or using algaecides as a maintenance dose to kill algae spores before they become algae blooms. So there's two different applications here. The first is an application if you have an algae bloom. The best way to do this is to use the proper dosage rate of whatever algaecide you're using. I'm going to use Polyquat 60 as an example. Let's say you have an algae bloom in a 20,000 gallon pool and you're using Polyquat 60 to get rid of it, along with some chlorine. You'll need to add Polyquat 60 at a rate of 11 ounces per 10,000 gallons of water. So, you're going to need to use 22 ounces of Polyquat 60 to kill an algae bloom in a 20,000 gallon pool. The best way to add it is to go over to the areas where the algae is most intense and add algaecide there. So let's say in the shallow end you have a very intense algae bloom, and then you also have a very intense algae bloom in the deeper end. What you're going to want to do is pour about half in the shallow end as close as possible to the algae bloom, and then go over to the deep end and pour the other 11 ounces as close as possible to that algae bloom. That is the best way to add an algaecide for an algae bloom. Now, we recommend not waiting to use an algaecide until you have an algae bloom, but during the season from mid-March to the end of October, you're going to want to use an algaecide as a maintenance dose. Again, I'm going to use Polyquat 60 as an example because that's probably the easiest one to use as a maintenance dose. You use 3 ounces per 10,000 gallons of pool water per week. So, again, 20,000 gallon pool is going to need 6 ounces of Polyquat 60 a week to prevent algae from blooming. Using algaecides as a maintenance dose is simple. Measure out the amount you need and simply pour it into the pool. Using algaecide in a maintenance dose as a regular maintenance product is really going to help to free up your chlorine to sanitize bacteria, thus reducing the amount of chlorine you need to use year-round. Algae blooms are super frustrating and can often cost anywhere from $60 to $150 to correct because of the insane amount of chlorine shock you have to use to fix it. So, get a leg up on algae. Don't wait till it blooms. Use algaecides in a maintenance dose. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for choosing riverbendpoolsupply.com for all your pool needs.